Hosting the Alice and Dairyland Finals. It's a big deal for a county. It brings statewide news coverage and drives local interest in the county's agribusiness industry. If you're hosting the Alice and Dairyland Finals, it also means that the current Alice will travel monthly to your county to participate in events and agricultural tours. Carol Roth is co-chairing the Crawford County Alice and Dairyland Finals Committee. They're hosting it this year. Carol's background is both in farming, and she was also the most recent executive director for Driftless Development. She says she applied for Crawford County to host the Alice program as a strategic way to bring attention to the county's agribusiness sector. She says it's about time they showed off all they have to offer. After all, Crawford County has had 3 Alice and Dairylands in its history.
Okay, so there's Stephanie Rothman-Versi, Caitlin Riley Kessler, and Cheryl O'Brien Bruno.
A history of women wearing the crown in this county.
We do. And it's about time we got to show it off. Our goal is to make it the best Alice and Dairyland Finals that's ever happened. But there's a tremendous committee. They're all so excited about it. They all want to showcase what we do here in Crawford County. Sometimes Crawford County gets a little bit of a bad rap. We're down here in the southwestern part of the state. People don't know who we are. They don't know what we do. But we have a good story to tell.
I heard a little bit about that today. I didn't know that Crawford County didn't have lakes, but you have these beautiful rivers.
We do. We're surrounded. We have the Wisconsin and the Mississippi surrounding us, and then right through the middle is the Kickapoo, which I believe is one of the longest rivers other than the Mississippi.
And then with that, very fertile farmland.
We do. And it's such a unique area because it's unglaciated. We are in the driftless region, so it looks different than when you're on the eastern side of the state or the northern part of the state. We look very different. We like to tell people that we have twice as much land because we can farm both sides of the hills.
I like that. Well, tell me a little bit about Crawford County agriculture, because that will be on display during the Alice and Dairyland Top Candidate Experience and the finals.
Well, we're really proud of our dairy industry, and we're proud of our cow dairies and our goat dairies. So that's something that we're very proud of. But, as time has gone on, agriculture has changed, and it should, right? It should grow with what people need. So we have a lot of other types of, it's not just dairy. We have a lot of beef. We have flowers. We have a mushroom farm that's going to be phenomenal. We have orchards, so we have a lot of, and we have vegetable farms. So, and people that raise sunflower oil. So we have a lot of different types of farming. It's not just dairy. While we're really proud of our dairy because that's what it was all about, right? And we really want to tell our story because, it used to be, and I tell people this, when we were farming on our farm and we'd drive to town, every driveway was a farm, right? An operating farm. Now our farm is the first farm, and we're 12 miles out of town. So, things have changed. They are operating a farm, but it's not a dairy farm. And so things are different. And I think it's great because we're growing with what the consumers need. We just have to connect those products to the consumer.
Part of connecting products to the consumer happens as the Alice and Dairyland host. What were some of the awesome experiences you've had so far with Alice? Because leading up to the finals, she comes and features things in Crawford County.
Yeah, we actually, I hope that Haley's had a really good time because she did some firsts. One of the first was that she got to ride in an airplane, a small plane. We were at one of the events and she got to go up in that and she got to see the entire county in this very small plane. The other thing is she's on a billboard coming into town. First time Alice has been on a billboard. So that's pretty exciting. That's pretty exciting for her. But for me, I thought I knew a lot of people. I've lived here for a very long time. But I'm getting to know more people and more people. And what I've learned over time is that we don't always know what's right in our backyard. So it's not only an opportunity to educate people that come and visit us, but it's also an opportunity to educate the people that live right here.
How much does it take to host the Alice and Dairyland Finals? Are you doing a lot of fundraising? Does it take a lot of volunteers?
We have to raise all of our own money. It doesn't come from debt cap. We have to raise all the own money that it takes to operate. So from getting the hotel rooms, to feeding the people, to doing all of the things, to renting spaces, to making sure we have transportation. But I just want to say, the committee, again, everybody has stepped up. People ask us, do you need help? And we take people's names because we got this done, but now we have to do the showcase, which is on Friday night, and we have to do the finals, and that's going to take a lot more work. There are a lot of moving parts, but that's what makes it kind of exciting. And we want them to have such a great experience here. And we also want the people that come to the finals to say, wow, this is Crawford County. I'm coming back here, right? This is a great place, and it's a great place where we can get products that we need, and it's when you can hang out on the rivers, and it's just a great place to be.
What does a price tag look like for a county to host Alice? What were you told that you would have to raise?
It's very different depending on the county because obviously Crawford County, the expenses that we have to pay here are different than you would pay in Dane County. So it really depends on the county. But the state has budgets that you can look at. And I just have to tell you that people in Crawford County have been more than generous. So it's made it very possible for us to do a really high-end event.
So as you're trying to sell tickets for the Alice and Dairyland Finals, what are some of the hot items that people will be able to look forward to?
Well, first of all, there'll be the farm tours. They'll be able to, the Friday night showcase is going to be in the northern end of the county. And so they're going to get to be able to experience even more of the driftless areas where all the apple orchards are. It's where, there's the farm. It looks different in the northern end of the county. So they're going to be able to experience that with at the showcase, we're going to have a grazing table with all local foods. So it's going to be really exciting. They're going to be able to taste what's actually happening here in Crawford County.
Yeah, a taste of Crawford County, an opportunity to see the full area, experience the driftless, see some agriculture. It sounds like it's going to be a great event.
It's going to be really exciting, and we know that people are going to have a great time here.
If people want to purchase tickets for the Alice and Dairyland Finals, that's May 15th through the 17th, where do they go?
If they go to AliceandDairyland.com, and then they go to Host County, and then it's under that, so the tickets will be there. But just go to AliceandDairyland.com, and it'll be obvious where those tickets are.
Carol Roth joining us. She's the co-chair of the Crawford County Alice and Dairyland Finals Committee. They're hosting the Alice and Dairyland Finals this year. It's May 15th through the 17th in Gaze Mills and Prairie du Chien. Again, you can find more information at AliceandDairyland.com. For the Midwest Farm Report, I'm Stephanie Hoff.